Hello, everybody. Welcome to my talk. And today it's summary, and it is chapter. Oh, it's part two. We're going to part two. So we finished part one. Part two is growth, and it's chapter five. I'm summarizing chapter five, but it's a huge chapter. So so I'm only doing I only did, well, like one part of the chapter, the first part of the chapter, which was really cool actually. And the chapter is called Purpose. So it's about Dharma. And Dharma, and I wrote it down this time so I know what I want to say. And so the Dharma is I'm just going to read it. Everyone has a psychophysical nature which determines where they flourish and thrive. Dharma is using this natural inclination, the thing that you are good at, your thrive mode, to serve others. That is your Dharma. So this whole chapter is about, your Dharma and well, not the whole chapter. What I've read of the chapter, which is like, I think I read like 7 pages, and I believe it's like I have like 20 more to read. So I read less than half of the chapter. But anywho, um, so the first part of the book was becoming aware and letting go of influences and distractions from, you're trying to fulfill your life. And influences and distractions pull you like a different direction. And now with this second part is we are rebuilding around our guiding values and deepest intentions, right? So, so a dharma is something you feel passionate about, and so you should feel passion when the process is pleasing, and your execution is skillful. What? Wait. Yeah. You should feel passion. And this would be when the process, like where you're doing something and it's pleasing, you feel good, and and you do it skillfully. So, like I'm trying here. I'm not skillful at recording these posts, but I'm trying, and I enjoy it. So it is pleasing. Response from others should be positive. So, I should have people following me to listen to my next summary, and showing that your passion has a purpose. This is the magic formula for Dharma. Can take, and it could take years to find. So you need to find your passion, and then show it, give it. It's what is it? It's to serve others. So you're showing your what your passion is, and others need to respond to it. Like, for example, what I'm doing here, people should be following and saying, "Oh, give me more, Susan, give me more." That would be my dharma, where I like it and people like it back, and they're receiving what I send, and they like it. Um, so that's fully, because some people do the what they like, but nobody understands what they're doing. So that is not a fulfilled dharma, because people are not liking back. Um, and it says that it could take years to find it, and it goes on to say, because it takes years to find it. It talks about the pressure of like young people, Nowadays, and I know because I didn't have that pressure. At least I've never felt the pressure really to have to find something. I was very relaxed, doing just what I thought I should be doing. Um, checking. Got married, got a house, have kids, and school. They went to college. Now I can sit and be done. But it's not. It's not that. You keep going. I think I found my dharma in exercise and nutrition. That makes me so happy to talk about that. And when people are interested in it, oh, it just like fills my heart. My it just makes me happy. Um, but anyway, the kids now feel the pressure because I guess because of the phones and you could see what everybody is doing more frequently, more often, and if you're following things that you like and somebody else is successful at it and you're not, then you feel like a failure. So let me just read this. Well, I think these are just notes I did, but pressure to make things happen fast, or else you feel like a failure, right? So if you see people that are in their 20s and they're becoming millionaires doing something you would like to do, but it's not happening right away for you, you feel like, oh my God, I'm not good at this. I'm gonna move to something else. You don't give it time to 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 cultivate, to perfect, right? Because it's you're too fast. You want it fast, so you um, kick it to the curb, and maybe that was your dharma, but you just didn't give it time. Uh, this makes people settle for corporate jobs that make them money fast. So you don't care what you're doing. You just want to do something to get paid fast, so you could then you think that's going to bring you happiness, but really doing something that you love is going to give you more happiness, especially if something that you love is going to help others, right? Don't try to do. There's another part of the book I read. Don't try to do other people's dharma. Better to do yours imperfectly than to do another's perfectly. And when they were reading this, I forget his name, but this is a popular tennis player. He um, he played tennis at Asahi, something like that. But he was amazing and won all these titles playing tennis, yada yada yada. And he wrote a book, and then the book he says he didn't like tennis, but his parents put him there. He got good at it. He made it happen. He got all these awards and won all these things. But that wasn't what he wanted to do. So when he retired from that, now he's doing, you know, what he likes. And fortunately for him, he made a lot of money. So now he could like just like go and do what his dharma is, what he found that his dharma was. And I believe it was helping like kids. Yeah, I think he helps kids, like has these schools to help kids learn. I guess I don't remember exactly, but I think a school for kids. Um, and so it says, do yours. Don't do what people tell you to do. Do what you're feeling, and even if you do it imperfectly, if it makes you happy, it's better than doing something that you're doing just for money. Our society is set up around strengthening. Oh, this is another thing that they said, and I've heard it a lot, like even from my kids. Our society is set up around strengthening our weaknesses rather than building on our strengths. And what that means is like a whole section of the chapter is talking about how when a child is in school and they get four A's and they get one D, like everybody's on top of the D, like, oh my God, what'd you do, why'd you get this D, let's go get you know help, tutoring, and do this. You go to the principal and oh my God, the D. So you put, as parents, as adults, we put our strength and focus on the D instead of focusing on all the A's. They got four A's and one D. So it says that we should focus on the strengths. What they got A's on all of these, so let's help with that. And the D is something that they need, but obviously he's not good at it. So let's try and get that up to a C or a B. But let's push them to the strengths, to what they're good at, so they could like grow. Because if you concentrate and focus on the D, then how's that making the child feel like a failure, like they're no good because they got a D, and they're 4 A's better than a D, you know. And it gave other uh, examples, but that's the one that hit me the most. That we focus on the freaking D, and there was another one close to that, like if you're doing the sport and you're trying this part, but you're good at this, but they want you to do this, so they're like focusing on getting you, making you better at this, where you're already really good over here and you should go over here. But people focus on the bad and trying to fix that, where we should focus on the good and trying to upgrade that, because that's what's going to make them feel better, do better. But anyhow, I hope you understood it, because I definitely did. That was like, wow, that's true. We focus on the bad because we want to make it better, but it it, it no, we should focus on the good so it could strengthen it and make them what they're good at, what they want to do. Um, and they also said something about. Uh, hopefully I'll remember. But the last thing is, we've all got a special genius inside of us, but it is not always put right in front of us. So what the chapter is mostly saying is give it time, like do lots of things. Like for the kids, for example, like we're older, but it says that a lot of people found their things, like wrote their novel that made them popular when they were 50. Or I think they talked about the guy that invented Red Bull. He was older and he made lots of money off of that, but he didn't get it till later in life. He was older. And so it's trying to, the part of the chapter says, like, give it time, try different things, especially when you're little. Like, don't let them do all the things, like at school, even the part where they get a D. Maybe that's their dharma, but they have to focus on it a different way. For example, he gave that he hated public speaking when he was little, but then and that's Jay Shetty. This is the guy with the book, and now he's a real popular speaker. But when he was at the monk thing place, um, they asked him to talk about something, and so he was talking about how when in his monkhood they made him wash their own clothes, cook their own food, clean around the house, just a lot of work. And he didn't like a lot of it, but instead of complaining about, not hating doing the chores, um, they would to focus on, why don't I like doing this? And the reason for him, like going to milk the cows or clean their stables, is he thought, what a waste of time, I could be studying, because what he liked to do was study. And then when they gave him that, where he had to do a public speaking or a speech, a training for the rest of the monks, he enjoyed having to go and research, do all the research, because that's his thing. And then learning the research and going and talking about what his training, um, he felt really good about it because he prepared. And after the training, everybody was asking him, "Oh my God, you made it so good! It's something we've heard before, but you made it more, contemporary to where we're at and what we're thinking, and you made it understandable." So he felt good that they liked how he taught, and from there, that's when he started doing his what he does now, which is motivation and meditation and all that good stuff. And I love the guy. I really do. This is him. This is his book, and I am loving the book. I am done. Um, I will read the rest of the chapter, hopefully the rest of it, and summarize it next Thursday. But I am loving this Dharma thing, and as an older person, I think I found my Dharma. I just need to find a way to make it where people enjoy it and want to join my team. Because I know a lot of people tell me that I motivate them and everything, but I have to find a way of getting them to actually join me, be in it with me, because they like hearing about what I say, but they don't join. And that's the whole thing. Like, I would love for people to join so I could help them, you know, get their bodies healthy, feel happy, um, happy in their skin. Um, I don't know, just it feels so good. I really love it. And the empowerment that all the personal development, because it's part of what we do is personal development, and that completely opened my mind to there's a lot more out there, Susan, than what you think. And with that, I leave you. I hope you enjoyed this, and hope you're understanding, because I totally understand it. I just might not know how to explain it very good. But oh, one last thing. I wrote this little thing. He says, "Who you are is not what you say, but how you behave." And then he said that there's a phrase that Saint Francis of Assisi said, and he said, "Preach the gospel at all times. When necessary, use words." So what it's saying is just do the good things. Do the good things without having to tell people, "Look what I'm doing." And because it's more, and my parents say that too, like do like say, don't talk the talk, do, show me what you're saying. Do not just say it, because it's so easy to say, "Oh, this and this and this and that," but how about doing it, putting it in motion? Anyhow, this is what I have. I it's a long one, but it was really good. I really enjoyed this one, and maybe because I took notes this time and knew what I wanted to say, and even then I like fumbled a little. But it's Dharma is a good thing, and it was good to read this little part of the chapter. Hopefully, the second chapter, the second part is as exciting and mind blowing. Um, but yeah, hope you liked it. If you did, follow me, and I will talk to you some more next Thursday. Bye bye.